Hello everyone. Today let's do an interesting topic called reparenting. We learn about our inner child, but whatever the state of the inner child is, as an adult, we we have an opportunity to kind of redo things, whatever the situation is, whatever the current scenario is, whatever the past is. There's always something that we can change in the present. So let's get some guidance about reparenting. Release any feelings of guilt or shame that are blocking your healing. Practice self forgiveness. That makes sense. Together in the light, I give thanks for everyone who enters my life, recognizing that we all we are all exactly where we need to be. Each person contributes to my growth, and every interaction is a gift meant to help me overcome the inner conflicts. By focusing on my own development rather than others' faults, I align with the divine. This is a wonderful message. Inner temple. I reconnect with my true self in sacred silence, finding peace in the inner temple of my soul. Here, I reflect on life's lessons, restoring my tranquility and trust in the universe. Bathed in this divine light, I embrace the value of every step of my journey. It's kind of connected and giving us the idea of going inwards, tuning in, and understanding what are the things that are kind of blocking us and working on releasing those. Sometimes just to move forward, we keep on kind of doing a lot, hustle a lot to move forwards, but not realizing that there are certain blocks which are stopping. So whatever hustle we are doing, it's going in vain. So we sometimes need to take a break, take a pause, reflect, and try to work on releasing those blocks which are stopping. Probably then that much of hustle is would not be required at all. Everything will truly be okay. Okay, let's look at the tarot cards, what the tarot cards are telling us. Let's try to get some cards showing us what is the current scenario, like what is the current state that we are in. Then let's look at what could be the guidance. Then let's look at the outcome. The Tower and the Three of Pentacles is the current scenario. The guidance is Page of Pentacles and Page of Wands. The outcome is the Emperor and the Temperance, which are beautiful cards. So again, what's this here, what it suggests is that currently probably there might be scenarios in which whatever the shaky background is there, first that is kind of falling off. Situations might seem that okay, things are not falling in place, things are not working well. That's what it seems like, but it's actually happening for so that we can kind of bring things together in a way which is more collaborative, which will kind of take us further more. If it is a shaky ground, then building things on it will eventually be futile. But if you have that strong base, then it's kind of easier to have a life in which doing things, multiple things with multiple people, uh, you know when you want to reach that state wherein you want to collaborate. It's not that you're looking at your own self first, that your own self, that's your fundamental, your base. If that, the cracks in it are kind of worked upon first, that gives you a very stable background on which you can build upon. The the guidance that we are getting here is of Page of Pentacles and Page of Wands. It's having those ideas, we are having those ideas, but here is the the suggestion is that we have to start taking action. Just having idea is not going to help. We need to ground those thoughts, those ideas, those inspirations into inspired actions with the passion. So not just that I have to do this, I have to do that to prove myself. Again, reparenting is something that, why do we need to do that? Reparenting is sometimes, knowingly or unknowingly, there are certain labels that are kind of put onto us. Then we take it on ourselves that I need to live that identity. We don't realize that probably that identity is not that we like. Probably that identity is something that we that's not true. We are not like that. But just because we are given that label, we try to kind of live that, and to, because it has become our identity. If we don't follow through it, then we feel as lost, that that I'm not being myself. For example, if someone is labeled that, oh, this child is very hyper, okay, and everyone hears it from parents, hears it from people around them, day after day, in school, teachers, wherever, friends, parents, everyone. So when you keep on hearing that label, oh, that you are very hyper, you are very hyper, then you kind of take that as your personality. And then if you do something which is not being hyper, then you don't feel yourself. So just to live up to that label, you kind of keep following it up. But as an adult, having that idea that yes, maybe I am inquisitive, maybe I'm curious. So that leads, me to kind of look at different things, being very active. But also at the same time, knowing that I am someone who is can be stable, who can hold things, hold thoughts, think through things, organize things, prioritize things, and do things in a way um, which is more effective eventually. So just not living up to the labels that have been given to you, not living up to whatever ideas and the tags, uh, or the conditioning that has been happened, because of the society, what has been thought through in the culture. Not just blindly accepting it and going through it, that is what is reparenting. So first, having that idea that what is it, what are the things that are blocking you, having a good idea of that, breaking those labels, breaking those blockages, slowly creating ideas, creating action plans, putting those action plans into step by step, passionately, and working through it, building upon it. That's what leads to a far better structure, a structure which was very haphazard, that was not really helpful. we very well can do that, go through that phase of reparenting ourselves, which might be an ongoing phase, because when you go through life, that time one thing might come across, and then you work on that, and then when you feel that, oh, you have worked on it, but then after a point of time when life goes on, some other thing might come up in some other area, so probably then that other area also needs working. So it's not like do it for once and done. It is an ongoing process. So when that whenever in whichever aspect of life that process comes, knowing that it's very much on our hands to move from that shaky grounds to a very stable structure, which is helpful for me. Doesn't It may not be what the society tells, it may not be what your parents think is right for you, it may not be um, the ideal thing in your culture, but it is right for you. So having that structure which can help you be in a place to build your own empire, and in that, balancing the things in a way so that you can balance your own self and balance the people around you. You can work harmoniously with the other groups, working hand in hand with others. Or it could be again balancing between your heart and your brain, balancing between your to-dos, what you need to do, and your passion. So all of that is very much possible when we kind of uh, break the ceiling, break the ceiling which itself has become the block because of our mindset, because of our thought process, and also kind of shifting the perspective in terms of knowing that whatever situation or whatever uh, you know has come in your way, people, places, situations, whatever has come in your way, it's for a reason, for you to in a way uncover what needs to be worked on. It brings things might feel as a trigger, but those triggers are there because it was always there inside, and those situations have come up so that it can surface, and then we can throw light on it, understand it more better, and then organize it in a better way. Whether it could be our habits, whether it could be our ideas, whether it could be our belief systems, our thought process, our emotional tendencies. It could be anything. But in any of that, in what needs to be done is identifying, being mindful, being aware, knowing that this is the thing that is blocking me, and shake that off. That it's easy said than done. It's a very uncomfortable phase, shaking things up, but it's a very important stage. Once we do that, and then we kind of go through the process of actually taking steps, actually taking actions towards the desired targets, desired goal, and bit by bit we keep on doing that with passion, because passion is the one that fuels everything. Discipline is important, but we can rely on our willpower only for so long. But if passion is there along with it, then that's what kind of takes us towards the end. So that's when we reach the the final ultimate is having that balance and having that authority over our own self, that yes, I am my own authority. That's your reparenting. You are your own parent, you are your own boss, who can guide, take care, guide, be a mentor, be a cheerleader for your own self. That again, it doesn't mean that you go into your shell and just be by yourself. No, even for you to be the best version of a good partner, a good parent, a good employee or employer, or a, you know, a friend, anyone, even for us to be a better co-human in whichever role, when our inner self is whole, complete, balanced, that's when we are able to do that. And that is what is reparenting, which we need to do to ourselves first. And that's that that is what allows us to kind of be come to a level in which that we, just by being our true self and just being ourself, we radiate light, we radiate positivity, we radiate possibilities. It's a beautiful state. Again, it's an ongoing state. It's not that you reach there and you're there. No, you reach there and again something else might come, some other curveball will be thrown, and then you need to start the work again, and which is okay. In fact, which is very good that you're getting opportunities to work on different aspects. So here's a concise reading about reparenting. Uh, let's look at it. Here's a concise reading about reparenting. Take what resonates and do share in the comment section what is the part that resonates in your life, and how would you kind of take actions in your life while listening to this. What comes to your mind? It'll be interesting to read that. Thank you for being here, and let's meet again soon. Good day.